hitting jumps and feeling good. It's a lot of fun, especially when those skills of yours are polished up. Bigger jumps, bigger doubles, more airtime, more fun. Right, so we're gonna start with the basics first, as these are absolutely key to moving on and progressing when you wanna get to the bigger, the scarier jumps. Also, if you're a sort of a middle of the road, intermediate kind of rider, shall we say, well then really dialing in those fundamentals will help you progress and iron out any kinks. If you look at this jump in slow motion, you'll see the front wheel is riding up into the air with the rear wheel following up the takeoff. You peak when the wheels level out at the top. At this point, hopefully, the front end should slowly start to dip in towards the landing, matching the landing with the bike at roughly the same angle. The rear wheel then follows and you touch down nice and smooth. Simple, right? Take a look again. The bike just follows the shape of the jump. Front wheel, then back wheel. Remember this. So then the key to jumping then, step one, is making that nice shape in the air. Getting that front wheel and then that rear wheel to touch the landing ever so nice and smooth. The key to getting this right then is using your body weight movement to influence this shape. So shifting your body around in the air to make your bike go where you want it to go. We always talk about having a good hop, and while having a good hop and a good jump go really well hand in hand together because the movements are so similar. It's really common for people who ride, especially in clips, to pull their bike up into the air with their feet. So first with the arms, then with the feet following to get the bike on up there. This can work to get you airborne, but if you pull slightly wonky or you're clipped in and it's windy, it can go pretty wrong. Also, you'll never get much height and it can be pretty dangerous, especially when you go onto the bigger jumps. Try and use that pop like you do on the bunny hop, really going front wheel and then back wheel to follow and mimic the shape of the jump, because that is one of the most common mistakes. People lifting both the wheels at exactly the same time. You don't want to do that. You want to go front wheel, then back wheel, following that takeoff up, using that hop kind of technique and motion, making most of all of the takeoff to give you the height and distance you need. Oh, playing around on the jumps then. Hit that jump at perfect speed, almost no movement needed, and you'll sail over it nice and smooth. Too slow and you're gonna have to preload into the takeoff and try and bunny hop as hard as you can and pull up to make it the distance over. Too fast, mind, well then you're gonna have to try and squash that jump so you don't overshoot it and land to flat. Fun? Not always. No way. Moving on then, and you've hung around step 3 long enough that your confidence has grown and you feel really good on the jumps. But what do you do when you progress then? When you get to an actual double where there's a hole in the middle, or like here, you've got a set of rollers where coming up short really isn't an option. It's when people get to gap jumps that things can go pretty wrong because, well, they can be quite scary. You've either got a hole or an actual divot that you've got to clear. Now, knowing how to use that pop technique that we talked about earlier can really save your bacon. If not, following a friend or someone that you know who's actually done the jump before can take a lot of the guesswork out as well. Come on, Rich, follow me in. If you're hitting a gap for the very first time, then that pop technique, well, it can get you out of a world of trouble if it does look like you are not carrying enough speed and going to come up a little short. And the opposite, squashing a jump. If you've gone too fast, you need to squash it on the takeoff to really absorb the energy, stop you overshooting. Well, that's a valuable technique as well. But these things are only learnt through repetition. So the more you get out there, the more jumps you do and the different variety of jumps you do will really help broaden your skills and your horizon. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the video, learnt some lessons along the way. I'm out of it. I'll catch you next time. See you later.